Okay, the next point that we're going to work with are basics. The very first technique that you will learn in any fighting art. The technique is called the jab. The jab is used by many boxers and especially kickboxers to set up the feet and the strongest hands. Now your jabbing position will be your weaker hand. You will be placing your left foot in front if you're right-handed and your right foot in front if you're left-handed, much like we said with the fighting position in the beginning of the CD. From here, what I'm going to do for my fighting position, my jab will come off of my front hand. It will be a fast striking motion, mainly to either set up the next punch or kick, or to frustrate my opponent. From here, what I'm going to do to throw the jab, I'm going to lift my elbow directly straight up. On the last 2 inches of the technique, I will pivot and twist my fist over, keeping my hip in line. To develop more power, I will slightly bend about 1.5 inches off of the front knee, and that will put my body weight behind the punch. At no time do I want to pivot my hip away, because what that's doing is taking my strongest weapon, my right hand, away from my target. So in order to set up my right hand with the jab, I want to just slightly move forward, a slight bend off the front knee, and a quick return, jabbing up and return. Also, please, while you're working on these techniques, whether you're working for fitness or self-defense, always learn to punch on an upward plane. I generally use the hairline as a guide to where I'm punching. Number one, you're always punching stronger on that upward plane. Number two, fitness-wise, you're always going to work on those shoulder muscles and tone those muscles much better that way. Turning to the side so that you can see, as always, I'm on the ball of the back foot. From here, I'm going to lift that elbow up, straight in the air, and as I get to that last 2 inches, a slight bend of the knee and a twist of the punch. Always striking with the 2 largest knuckles on the hand. Jab and return. Jab and return. If you would like to try with us, it's 1, return. Exhaling on technique. Exhaling on the technique. Jab. 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 On my last one, you'll notice where my opposite hand comes. It comes a little bit higher. If my jab is in perfect position, my lead shoulder is covering my chin. The opposite side is my hand covering my opposite cheekbone. That's going to give me total protection. Only thing open is my body, and I will cover that on the return of my technique.